owner of a camel that bit at least one person after it escaped from its pen north of Los Angeles was not permitted to even have the animal on the property and might be cited after Friday morning's attack, according to authorities. The camel escaped from a property in Acton, an unincorporated community about 50 miles north of downtown Los Angeles, and attacked at least one person in the East Soledad Canyon area. The victim received medical treatment for a bite wound and several kicks. The victim was a 70-year-old man and needed stitches after the vicious camel bit and kicked him. After calls from at least 2 concerned residents, firefighters and deputies responded and captured the runaway animal. It was returned to its pen before animal services officers arrived, placed a leash around its neck, and transported the animal in a trailer. The owner could be cited for endangering residents, sheriff's officials said. An Arkansas man is in custody after he allegedly fired rounds into a car full of teens early Saturday morning, killing a 15-year-old girl. Little Rock, Arkansas resident Willie Noble, age 48, faces a slew of charges including first-degree murder, 1 count of a terrorist act, and 5 counts of aggravated assault. KATV reported at approximately 1 a.m., a group of 7 teenagers reportedly threw eggs, mayonnaise, and toilet paper and leaves at Noble's car, according to Fox 16. An irate Noble is accused of storming from his house and firing shots. Police said the teenagers fled the scene in a car, but not before the subject riddled the vehicle with bullets and shot Adrian Broadway in the head. The teens were able to escape and made it to a gas station where authorities were called. Broadway was taken to a children's hospital where she was pronounced dead.
Hello and welcome to Guerilla Wolves Movie. Wait, I'm not supposed to be here.
A fight started at a wedding in Yorkshire, England, over a pork pie. Police tweeted, all started over a pork pie apparently. Hashtag club closed, hashtag day ruined. The brouhaha began at around 7:20 p.m. when officers responded to an ongoing disturbance at the Herald Club in Bradford. Police closed an entire section of the property to prevent any further problems, but the incident was quickly brought under control. 2 people were arrested on assault charges, and another person was arrested for a public order matter, police told the site.
Hello and welcome to Guerilla Wolves Movie News. I'm Parker Lehman. Well, it's finally Oscar week, so I figured I should throw in my 2 cents on who I think should win and who I think got snubbed. Let's begin with the best screenplay category. As far as the best adapted screenplay category goes, there are a ton of strong players here, such as The Wolf of Wall Street, 12 Years a Slave, and Captain Phillips, but I think this one's gonna go to Before Midnight. The screenplay for Before Midnight completely made the movie, and the dialogue was so natural that the characters actually felt like real people. That's why I think it should win. As far as original screenplay, it's pretty much a toss-up between 3 movies: American Hustle, Blue Jasmine, and Her. Her ended up winning the Golden Globe, so I kind of want to say that it'll take it, but knowing how much the Academy loves David O. Russell, it's probably going to be American Hustle. As far as who I think got snubbed for this category, I'm going to have to say August Osage County. The screenplay for that movie was absolutely incredible, and I wish there were more like it. Plus, Tracy Letts could use an Oscar. Now on to the best directing category. This category is jam-packed with talented filmmakers, from Martin Scorsese to Steve McQueen to Alfonso Cuarón and David O. Hustle for American Russell. As far as who I think will get the Oscar, it'll probably be Alfonso Cuarón for Gravity, because if for nothing else, Gravity is a beautifully directed movie. But I feel like Steve McQueen should be the one to get it for 12 Years a Slave, because the actors were so real in their acting that it felt real. Prisoners was my favorite movie of last year, and it really makes me angry that it does not show up anywhere in these nominations other than cinematography. And no one cares about cinematography. Now, the best actor and actress race is a packed one. I mean, you got so many talented people in these categories. But if I had to pick one for each, I'd say probably Matthew McConaughey for Dallas Buyers Club for lead actor. Supporting actor, again, Dallas Buyers Club, Jared Leto. I'd have to say for actress, I'm gonna pick Cate Blanchett for Blue Jasmine. For best supporting actress, Lupita Nyong'o for 12 Years a Slave. She was absolutely amazing. Supporting actor is probably gonna be Jared Leto. And best actor, here's where it gets difficult. The best actor category is almost impossible to choose. You got Christian Bale, Bruce Dern, Leonardo DiCaprio, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Matthew McConaughey. All of these people are extremely talented actors, and each of their performances was different and unique in its own way. But if I had to choose one, it would probably be Matthew McConaughey, just because it would give his career such a boost, and he's such a fantastic actor. I want to see more of him. So, I'm gonna say Matthew McConaughey. Sorry, Leo. As far as who I think got snubbed for the Best Picture category, I'm gonna have to say, once again, Prisoners, my absolute favorite movie of the year. If you haven't seen it, I can't say check it out because it's rated R. Don't not check it out. As far as who I think got snubbed in the acting categories, I'm gonna have to say for lead actor, Hugh Jackman for Prisoners. Also, for Best Supporting Actress, I'd have to say Maria Bello. She was absolutely excellent, again, in Prisoners. And for Best Supporting Actor, I want to say Woody Harrelson from Out of the Furnace. If you haven't seen Out of the Furnace, it's an excellent film, and Woody Harrelson completely transforms into his character. Now on to the Best Picture category. You got American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, Her, Nebraska, Philomena, 12 Years a Slave, and The Wolf of Wall Street. Again, this is a category that is extremely, extremely hard to pick from. All of these movies were excellent in their own different way, and it's really not fair to compare them against each other. But knowing how the Academy works, this is a three-way battle between American Hustle, Gravity, and 12 Years a Slave. As far as who I think will win, I think 12 Years a Slave. Because while people may have problems with American Hustle and say that Gravity has no substance, 12 Years a Slave is the most technically perfect movie out of all of these. So, I think it'll end up taking home the gold. This is all speculation, and we'll see what happens on Oscar Sunday. Until next time, I'm still Parker Lehman.
The record's over. It's over.
This last weekend, the NBA All-Star Game and all its festivities came to New Orleans. Most notably, the jam session, which my good friend Will O'Rourke took me to. I got to meet Anthony Davis himself, because I wore my Pelicans shirt and I actually got to play bump with him and got him to sign my basketball. Besides that, we also had the dunk contest and the three-point shootout. The three-point shootout featured new rules in which contestants would be offered a money rack. This was sort of the guinea pig year for this, and it seemed like people didn't know what they were doing or where to position it. So it'll be interesting to see what type of a factor it has to play in future All-Star games, but it didn't inflate the point total as much as I would have thought. Also, the dunk contest was this year, and they featured new rules which absolutely were awful. They thought that people would get more into the dunk contest if it was East versus West instead of like an actual routine. Plus, they only had 3 chances to dunk the ball. So 2 of these attempts were sort of like, just get it in the hoop so I can avoid getting a 0 for my dunk. So I didn't like that. Plus, we only got the first part. We saw a team dunk session, which was all right, but it was sort of some rehearsed hip-hop thing. I'd much rather see a tournament of dunkers going head-to-head trying to outdo each other. And 2 guys didn't even have their own dunk. I mean, it was awful. We need a championship round. You can't have 1 round of a dunk contest. What were they thinking? Also, the All-Star Game featured no defense. You would have had better defense of how the Vikings tortured people and they'd cut out your intestine, tie you to a tree, and walk around in circles. I'm sure they'd put up better defense against those savages than the type that we saw in the All-Star Game. The East won by 8 points, and the total combined points were the most of any All-Star Game in any sport. Which means, well, it's basketball, so it's just the NBA All-Star Game, but still, defense, non-existent. Also, in NCAA news for basketball, 2 teams will have a chance to get a perfect season left, and they are, in NCAA basketball news, Only Wichita State and Syracuse stand as the lone teams who can finish with a perfect season. And if you're trying to put money on this, I'd put it on Wichita because they have a weaker schedule. That's it for Guerilla Wolves Sports. I'm John Larson.
Hello, welcome to March Mini Games. Mark isn't here this week, so Joan is here instead. I'm reviewing the GameCube game, Super Monkey Ball 2. Now this game is about 4 monkeys in magic balls. They roll around this labyrinth because Dr. Bad Boon has stolen the world's supply of bananas. While this might seem like a regular children's game, this game is really hard. I'm serious. I spent so long trying to get through this. And then I still haven't even beaten the expert mode and the challenge mode. Apparently there's some bonus levels that you can get if you beat it without using a continue. But how do you do that? Your monkey just slides around in this ball and the path is this wide. Oh well, 2 out of 1. I had some fun.
I'm about to get Coach Sears to do this nay-nay. Wait. What are you doing?
What's up, Chief? What you need?
What? All right,